Marisha here, and I'm going to talk briefly about a British verbal tic that I've picked up on since moving over here. And it's sort of similar to the Canadian A in that it comes at the end of a sentence and it seems to be functioning as a shorthand for do you agree? Does that make sense? Kind of a checking in with the other person without the expectation of them actually responding. So, when I first encountered this, it was with one of my professors, and I thought it was unique to her because it does sort of give a sense of insecurity, I think, at least the way that she was doing it. And she, in general, seemed like a really insecure person. Like she wasn't completely confident in being our professor. It was her first year at this particular university, although I guess she had been teaching other places, but she definitely gave to me anyway, vibes of not really sure of herself and what she was doing. And so she would talk to us and say things like, so when you write dialogue, you need to do this and this, yeah? Because then your readers will experience this, yeah? Um, so it's that, yeah, it's a little bit of a kind of an uptick to the voice when you say it. And I soon discovered that it was not unique to her, that lots of other British people will speak this way. Most recently, I overheard a conversation between two colleagues who were discussing the behavior of a particular student. And one of them was going through this whole story of an interaction that she had with him. And it was like almost every sentence was, yeah, when she's talking to her colleague. So it was something like, she thinks that she doesn't need to take her GCSEs. And I said, but what are you planning on doing for a job? Yeah. And she said she knows people who haven't graduated, who don't, who have work. And I said, but what do they do? And she said, they install cable. Yeah. And I said, like, well, is that what your dream is for yourself? Like to install cable? Like that's no life. Yeah. I mean, it was just like, yeah, after almost every sentence as she's relaying the story. And she's not saying, yeah, like this is what I said to her, although it might very well have been that she said, yeah, in that context to the student, but it was, yeah, checking in with the colleague that she was speaking to, right? A checking in. Are you listening? Does that make sense? Do you agree with what I'm saying? Kind of shorthand is how I'm interpreting this yeah being used. And much to my chagrin, just the other day I caught myself doing it because I do tend to pick up on the verbal patterns of the people around me. And that can be a good thing because it can help you sort of fit in, but it can also be a bad thing when, for example, when I was younger, I had a friend who had a speech impediment, and one day I discovered I was speaking with a speech impediment around her. It wasn't conscious at all. It was just the subconscious adopting the speech patterns of the people around me. But I realized I was like, oh man, I hope she doesn't think that I'm making fun of her. um, or or in this case where I feel like it's not a good habit to get into because I do think it gives the impression of I'm not really confident in what I'm saying, that what I'm saying is sensical and understandable to the people around me. So I have to keep checking in and make sure. But I had picked it up subconsciously. And I realized when I was talking to my students and saying, when you write, you need to show, not tell. Yeah. And I was just mortified that I had adopted it. So now I have to be really careful and conscientious about not adopting the British yeah. Like, subscribe, tell your friends how gnarly this channel is, and I'll see you next time.